The Los Angeles Lakers finished the 2023-24 NBA season as the 7th seed in the Western Conference and lost in the first round to the defending champion Denver Nuggets in 5 games. Subsequently, they have fired head coach Darvin Ham just as the Phoenix Suns have fired their head coach Frank Vogel after being swept in the first round. This situation brings us to a curious question. Should the Los Angeles Lakers rehire Frank Vogel, the coach who helped them win their most recent championship? Stick around as we dive into this topic, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you know about our upcoming videos. It was just the 2020 and 21 season when the Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Miami Heat in 6 games to win their 17th championship. Frank Vogel's stellar coaching led them to victory in what many think was the most difficult championship due to the many restrictions in place in the bubble during the pandemic. LeBron James is still playing at an unprecedented elite level as he approaches 40 years old. This year, he even made history by becoming the first NBA player to score 40,000 points in a career. There are some talks that he is considering leaving the Lakers during the offseason, but bringing Vogel back might be enough to get him to stay. Let's be honest, Vogel wasn't perfect. After the championship-winning season in 2020, the 2021-22 season was a rough one. I don't really blame him because he had to deal with a number of injuries and roster issues. But take a look at the Vogel championship win with the Lakers. He knows LeBron James. He understands Anthony Davis's strengths, and he's even proven he can navigate the pressure cooker that is Laker Nation. All the Lakers need is to find new players that would complement that core, making a team that fits Vogel's system once more. With the right pieces, the Lakers could have a much better shot at another championship than they did under Darvin Ham. Vogel winning the ring was largely attributed to his emphasis on defense, a style he has become known for since his early days coaching the Indiana Pacers. That 2020 championship Lakers team was one of the best defensive teams in the league en route to their title. Vogel was excellent in constructing game plans for getting the most out of his key players, while also making sure that role players had reasonable expectations regarding his defensive plans. Vogel's second chance could come along with a great defensive attitude, which hasn't been present since his departure from the team. Now, of course, some fans and analysts will say we are no longer dealing with COVID. Frank just had a poor season with Phoenix, and so on. So let's take a look at who else could take up the head coach role, as it's important to consider all options. There are several other talented coaches currently available who could bring fresh ideas and energy to the Lakers. There's Doc Rivers. He's an experienced coach that won a title with the 2008 Boston Celtics. His defensive game plan may click with LeBron and Anthony Davis. He knows how to manage a team full of talented and star players. He could be the right guy for this Lakers team, but we all know that some Doc Rivers-led teams have had major collapses in the playoffs in the past. The 2020 LA Clippers blowing a 3-1 lead against the Denver Nuggets and 2021 top-seeded Philadelphia 76ers losing to the 5th seed Atlanta Hawks are both examples of that. Another man that could fit well with the Lakers is Kenny Atkinson. Kenny has worked as Mike Budenholzer's assistant and is well known to develop young, talented players into star players. During his 5 years as one of the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff, Atkinson demonstrated his love for developing youth and assembling a competitive team without superstars. The experience he has on player development could be crucial if the team's management decides to go for the youth strategy, which means the core of young players with the help of veteran stars like LeBron and AD. These guys are good, but none of them understand Laker Nation and the health and longevity of its players more than Frank Vogel. Vogel has a great ability to manage the load of his stars by implementing defensive strategies that minimize the amount of physical toll they suffer during a game. Let's go back to that title-winning season when Vogel successfully split the minutes and roles of his star players Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James so they could be fit and ready for the playoffs. That Lakers team that won in 2020 was near full strength, with the only missing player being Avery Bradley. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far. Alright Lakers fans, of course you all know that LeBron James wants to play with his son Bronny and could leave LA to do so. In addition to this, we know the King is chasing a 5th championship with a win now, not later mentality whether he says it or not. Ultimately, his decision has a huge impact on this Lakers team going forward. If LeBron leaves, the Lakers can move into a rebuilding process centered around Davis or another superstar. A younger, more patient coach like Atkinson could be a better choice in that circumstance due to his younger player development skills. But if LeBron stays, the club has to win now. This is where Vogel's experience becomes very important. LeBron's effect on the team's leadership is undoubtedly the most important aspect of his role. Frank can handle the egos, maneuver in high-pressure situations, and adjust accordingly during the playoff runs. He has the experience to lead a team to a title with LeBron as the #1 player in the team. With Vogel, it will be all about building a defensive-minded team around LeBron and AD. Personally, I am not inclined to write off Vogel. He is a known winner who has something to show, and that can be a significant mark of motivation for the players. Vogel's second chance can be portrayed as a story of redemption and resilience. It's not only about overcoming a setback, but also learning from the past troubles and demonstrating the difference to the doubters. Vogel's close connection to the club's structure, as well as his past wins, may offer the Lakers a reliable platform to grow on. Rob Pelinka, the Lakers' front office general manager, is an integral figure in the team's future. He doesn't play on the court or coach the team, but his decisions on coaches, signings, and overall strategy will influence the Lakers' successes in the upcoming seasons. The front office has to be good at balancing the short-term desires with the long-term objectives. If LeBron decides to stay, then there will be attention on finding the right components to fight for the title as soon as possible. But if he leaves and the Lakers choose the path of rebuilding, the front office will have to focus on assembling young and talented players, draft picks, and also devise a strategy to build a long-term team. Everyone knows that the Los Angeles Lakers has been one of the most decorated teams of the NBA with a robust history of winning and superiority. One thing for sure is that fans would not want to wait much longer before seeing their team lift another championship. Every decision that is going to be made by Rob Pelinka is a matter of concern, and this particular case of the head coach is by no way an exception. Basketball is a team game. Everyone, including the management, the coach, and the player, have to follow the same vision. Frank Vogel, or any coach hired, can't do it all by themselves. The front office needs to put together a roster that fits the coaching style, whether it's the current one or a different one. With Frank Vogel, a successful return will call for the front office to be in the market for defensive-minded, versatile players who are also offense-capable. The 2020 championship team had players like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and Danny Green who formed a defensive wall and versatility on offense. The reconstruction of an identical roster with outgoing players and novices who play hard defense will be key. When it comes to sports, the fans' happiness should be the #1 priority of the team. The Lakers fans are passionate about their team and are hungry for another title. So this summer is going to be a big one for them, and they will be scrutinizing the choice of the head coach more than ever. The rejuvenation of Vogel may turn out to be an enjoyable experience for fans who support his past victories and think he can take the team back to winning another title. Well guys, this summer break before the new NBA season is going to be an interesting one, especially for the Lakers. Are they going to rehire Frank Vogel, or will they be going for someone else? Whichever decision is made, we will be looking at a new Lakers team next season. So what do you think of LA's head coach hiring situation? If you were in the position of Rob Pelinka, what would you do? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in